Yo guys, what's up? How's it going? Today we're looking at IDEX, IDEX is the ticker symbol. So IDEX is a technology company that basically helps us transition to the EV space. Now they bought a lot of interest in different companies and they have a technology that's pretty interesting, okay? And it's going to benefit a lot from the infrastructure plan that's currently under consideration in Congress. So once that thing passes, we should see a huge influx of money into the EV space for batteries, infrastructure, charging, EVs, probably incentives, tax incentives to get EVs, although the structure is not quite as advantageous as we thought it was going to be. They're kind of limiting cars that can get the tax credit, which is very unfortunate. But having put income limit caps as well as limits to what kind of car can get it. I think the cap is at proposed at $40,000 for the car, so it excludes a lot of the higher end ones. So that's really too bad. That's really missing out on an opportunity to stimulate people to move into the EVs. I think that's a big mistake on the part of Congress to do that. I think they should just make it for all EVs, not just the lower end EVs. Well, I'm not really sure what the thoughts are there, but I guess they want to put the income cap so the rich people don't get tax breaks. Okay, whatever. Rich people already get the most tax breaks of anybody, so I don't understand the methodology behind it, but that's what's proposed. That's what's in the bill. I'm not sure how it's going to all pan out, but either way, Ideanomics should come out on top. Okay, I don't think it's going to really affect one way or another. I think it might affect the adoption of EVs. It might slow it down substantially and have the opposite effect of what they want, which is kind of not real smart to do. But I don't want this to be political or anything, but they could make better decisions on how to stimulate the economy other than passing this massive infrastructure bill. I think the infrastructure bill will help EVs and the EV infrastructure, along with bridges and roads and all that other stuff. As far as the soft infrastructure bill that goes with it, it could have a negative impact on higher income earners and the middle class, and that could be bad for long-term EV propagation and adoption. So that could be an issue at least in the short run. Maybe in the longer run, it's not going to make a huge difference, but it's going to deter a lot of people from buying if they can't get the credit, because EVs are already expensive, and not getting the tax credit makes them even more expensive. So it might not affect everybody, but it definitely puts a lot of people on the fence again on EVs. So if anybody who has any influence on that is listening to this, highly doubt it. Rethink the strategy. I don't think it's great, but we'll see what happens. Alright guys, so back to the technical indicators. Technical indicators say IDEX could be going lower. Okay, it's trading already at a pretty low rate. I don't think it can go much below $2, and if it does, it's going down hard. Alright, that's where about the floor is established, is about $2. If it breaks below that, it's going back down to $1 potentially, and that's not good. I don't have a huge stake in this currently. I do have some put options at like $2.50 or $3, which is around where it should be. I think the valuation of this company currently is about $5, and that's right up here, right? It's just below this high. But if the infrastructure bill goes through and they get just a ton of money, it could double that easily. It could go up to 10, easy. So really depends what happens with these bills and how much of a transition to EV everybody wants to make. And if they commit to an EV, they really need to have infrastructure in place to support a lot of cars charging. Because when I've seen chargers, sometimes there's a lot of capacity and sometimes there's none. It's like people are waiting to charge, and that's like, okay, that's not great. Okay, like on the way to Vegas, we saw there was charge points that were wide open, but the Tesla bins were almost all full. There was a couple available. It's like, okay, now if Tesla opens up to everybody, are people going to want to go to ChargePoint, or are they going to want to go to Tesla superchargers? It's really hard to say. But either way, I think EVs are going on the way up in the longer term. Tell me what you guys think of Ideanomics, ChargePoint, the EVs in the comments below. I'm really curious to see what you guys think, what you guys are doing. Like I told you guys before, I've pre-ordered a couple different ones. Tesla's not one of them, unfortunately, because they're just too expensive for me, at least in the current prices. I don't see where I can swing it, but in the future I might. We'll have to see what happens. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching.